मुझसे दोस्ती करोगे, हम तुम, बॉबी और ऋषि की लव स्टोरी,
Oh my
माय ट्रिब्यूट एंड माय लव टू चिंटू जी।
जान, इतना तुम स्ट्रेस लोगे ना तो करियर तुम्हारा ऐसा लंबा मैराथन नहीं चलेगा। ऑन ऑफ करो, ऑन ऑफ ट्राई करो। एंड द नेक्स्ट डे सुशांत भाई केम ऑन सेट एंड ही सेड, सर कैन यू, मतलब कैसे करूं? बूम, दैट इज चिंटू अंकल, इज जीनियस।
So Bobby or Rishi ki love story, so the title it seems to refer Rishi Kapoor's iconic film Bobby. So is there any connection or any memory which will be cherished for life? Because we saw your all the viral interviews and I mean you were so into. I mean जब आप वो बात कर रहे थे आप उस वक्त में चले गए थे. So any memory with Rishi sir which will be cherished?
Chintu ji is a huge part of my film career, and personally, I had a very good equation with him, and a very lovely moments I've shared with Chintu ji on set, off set, in his house. I've had lovely moments and memories with Chintu ji. He'll always be a huge part of my life and my cinema, and I think so. In the film, the character is called Bobby. Kaveri's
Hmm.
character is called Bobby because her father was a big fan of Raj Kapoor sir, and that's why he called her Bobby. And I put that in intentionally. I mean, she could have been called anything. She could have been called
Yeah.
she could have been called Kaveri. It could have been Kaveri or Kaveri or Vardhan ki love story. But
Hmm.
it's a little just my love for Chintuji that I named the film, or I gave the character his name and I named it after him. And coincidentally, Hum Tum, I didn't even realize when it was made, I didn't even realize that Hum Tum is also in a way dedicated to him because it's his one of his most popular songs was Hum Tum Kamre Mein Band Ho.
Ah, right.
And one more incident in my life which is very connected with his, in Bobby, the film Bobby, the one of the first things Dimple Kapadia says to Rishi Kapoor is, "Hi, I'm Bobby. Mujhse dosti karoge?"
Oh yeah.
Oh wow. You're
Wow.
connecting
Yeah,
the dots.
that's one of the first thing that the first dialogue that Dimple Kapadia shares with Rishi Kapoor is, "Hi, I'm Bobby. Mujhse dosti karoge?" So Mujhse dosti karoge, hum tum, Bobby or Rishi ki love story.
Oh
Uh,
my
my tribute and my love to Chintu ji.
That's actually
okay.
a very nice question you've asked. In fact, uh, Chintu uncle, as I fondly call him, even till date, uh, he's he's been he's been one of my inspirations as well because I used to keep meeting him at family functions because my family and his family have always been very close, and my grandfather has done so much work with him. But I remember I was an assistant director and we were making Should They See Romance. I was an assistant director on the film. He was acting as Goel Saab in that film. And I shared some amazing times on set apart from just family functions. And he was like, what a brilliant actor. And I vividly remember, I've never even told Kunal sir this. One day I was sitting at ITC Grand Maratha, and we were at this restaurant called Peshawari. We were having lunch together, and Kunal sir had called. I still remember this year. He said, "Ek minute." He was having some curry, some meat curry, and he kept telling me, "Arey, itna hi kha raha hai, aur kha yaar, aur kha. You're a young, strapping boy. I should be worried about my weight. Why you worried? Eat, eat." He made me eat so much. He made me overeat. And then he said, "एक मिनट रुक, अभी 2 सेकंड pause कर, कुणाल कोहली का फोन आ रहा है." And he called and he answered Kunal sir's phone and they spoke for like 10-15 minutes and then he said, "Kunal, I'll call you back. I'm eating." You know,
You know how many times you've done that to me? When
really?
you're eating, you get really like hassled and angry. It disturbs you. You're always like, Baba, I'm eating, I'll call you back.
But this thing about Chintu ji, so I would call him up like this. He would randomly call me up. कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. कहाँ हो तुम? बहुत दिनों से फोन नहीं आया तुम्हारा. I said sorry sir. अच्छा क्या कर रहे हो आज शाम को? I said nothing sir. Bar opens at 8 o'clock. So 7:55 I would be there. He lives just 4 buildings away. His bungalow's 4 buildings away from my house, and
Yeah.
I would just land up and we'd have drinks together. Nimbu pani, yeah, nimbu pani.
And drinks together, yeah. नींबू पानी वो उसके बाद just to detox.
Just to detox. But it was just with Chintu, and Chintu ji as an actor.
Oh,
I tell everybody, and I think I've told Vardhan this also. आप एक गिटार लो, एक स्टूल पे बैठो, एक गिटार लो और गाना गाओ सागर जैसी आंखों वाली, और उसमें रोमांस गाओ। ये होता है कलाकार, दैट इज एन
Brilliant.
एक्टर।
Brilliant.
एंड पूरा गाना चल रहा है, एंड जस्ट ही सिटिंग ऑन दैट स्टूल, ही सिंगिंग दैट सॉन्ग, इट विल गो टू समथिंग, इट विल कट बैक टू हिम, तेरे सपने देख रहा हूं और अब मेरा काम है क्या, सागर जैसी आंखों वाली, ये तो बता तेरा नाम है क्या। इफ एनी एक्टर कैन डू दैट, कैन डू लिपसिंग द वे चिंटू जी डज ना,
Brilliant.
आप उसका 40% कर लो, आप स्टार बन जाओ।
Brilliant.
वो
Brilliant.
रोमांस आप लेके आओ विदाउट मूविंग, विदाउट, देखो, हिल फिल के डांस वांस करके तो कोई भी कर सकता है। ये व्हाई पिक्ड अप दिस सॉन्ग, बिकॉज ही इज जस्ट सिटिंग ऑन अ स्टूल विद अ गिटार इन हिज हैंड, his only his this much, his face is giving all the expressions and giving everything, and you just sit and say hi, you fall in love with that character. That's Rishi Kapoor. That is a performer.
Just remembered something. He शुद्ध देसी रोमांस के सेट पे हम बैठे थे और चिंटू अंकल was there and Sushant Singh Rajput bhai was sitting right next to him, and Sushant was really into the scene and he was like getting very stressed out, and Chintu uncle asked him like this ke method actor, so he said हाँ sir मैं थोड़ा इस रोल के लिए ट्राई कर रहा हूँ. He's saying अगर इतना तुम स्ट्रेस लोगे ना कैरेक्टर्स का तो तुम्हारा जो करियर है वो इतना लंबा नहीं चलेगा. You have to understand that you have to preserve yourself. ऑन ऑफ ऑन ऑफ ऑन ऑफ ऑन ऑफ एक्टिंग करो, ट्राई करो. सी तुम ऐसे थोड़ी कोई फिल्म कर रहे हो जिसमें तुम कोई हिस्टोरिकल कैरेक्टर प्ले कर रहे हो जिसके आपको अंदर घुसना है. आई वांट यू टू एंजॉय द प्रोसेस ऑल्सो. तो शांत इतना तुम स्ट्रेस लोगे ना तो करियर तुम्हारा ऐसा लंबा मैराथन नहीं चलेगा. ऑन ऑफ करो, ऑन ऑफ ट्राई करो. एंड द नेक्स्ट डे सुशांत भाई केम ऑन सेट एंड ही सेड सर कैन यू, मतलब कैसे करूं. तो ही सेड आई टेल यू व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इज बी कंप्लीटली इन द मोमेंट आफ्टर एक्शन, और कट पे तुम सुशांत हो. और कॉमेडी में तुम कॉमेडी कर रहे हो बेटे, तुम इतना स्ट्रेस मत लो. कॉमेडी में अगर तुम एंजॉय नहीं कर रहे हो तो ऑडियंस एंजॉय नहीं करेगी. एंड सुशांत भाई पुट दैट इनटू यूज एंड वाइकेरियसली आई वाज लिसनिंग टू दिस एंड देन ही लुक्ड एट द बैक एंड ही टोल्ड मी बेटा तुम भी याद रखना, ये जब फिल्म करोगे ना एंजॉय करना कॉमेडी में. अगर तुम एंजॉय नहीं करोगे ऑडियंस एंजॉय नहीं करेगी. बूम, दैट इज चिंटू अंकल, इज जीनियस.